Today I have with me Mr. Mukesh Ghuraiya. He is the Chief Marketing Officer, Modi Naturals, a very famous and a popular brand. So, welcome, sir.
Thank you. Pleasure being here.
Thank you so much, sir. Could you discuss the current trends in the FMCG industry and how are they bringing up a change in the industry?
So I think one of the trend which is happening in the FMCG industry, which I can talk about, is the premiumization. Uh, with the cost of doing business going up, there's a lot of raw material cost which is getting increased. There's inflation kicking in the last couple of years because multiple geopolitical situations around. I think it's getting difficult to get a good margin or get a sustainable margin on a smaller SKUs. So clearly, pretty much a lot of brands are trying to premiumize their product. Now, this premiumization could happen through creating bigger SKUs, or maybe even if they have, for certain reason, continue with the existing SKUs, they're trying to optimize the cost in terms of if they cannot touch the price, because sometimes that price is very sacrosanct, so they try to reduce the volume. So these are some basic strategies which FMCG companies usually do. So I think that's one of the trend which is happening. As a second is from the channel perspective, because we see what quick commerce or the e-commerce is growing in India with every other day. And I would say FMCG is the last, so to say, industry which is getting onto the trend, because maybe consumer durables, smartphones, or sneakers or apparels uh, jumped onto this bandwagon quite early. But last 2 3 years, I think there's a lot of interest among the FMCG or grocery segment to use the e-commerce or quick commerce or have their own D2C play into this space. So I think a lot of brands are now directly trying to get into a D2C play, because the first party data is the holy grail which every brand is trying to have now. So I think these are a couple of 2 3 trends which is a key challenge for all the FMCG players right now.
Talking about this, I think Big Basket was the main thing who got FMCG at to our homes actually.
Correct. Yeah, they were had that early mover
Yeah,
advantage, but
they
after that, I think Blinkit or Zepto or
Blinkit and
Swiggy,
Zepto,
they
and they have
just
started
changed the game with
within
20-minute
5 minutes.
deliveries.
Nee, 6 minutes now. It is
Yeah, I
six
mean,
minutes.
few spaces, 6 7 8 minutes, depending on the
Yeah.
location, and that's the new hottest trend in FMCG.
Yes, sir. So, as the CMO of Modi Naturals, what marketing strategies have you employed, and which is one campaign that you have really liked and which has really worked for the brand as well?
See, because a lot of marketing strategies depend on the kind of industry or the category we operate in. We are a premium olive oil player. So for us, our TG is largely urban, SEC A plus audience, female largely, because they are the decision
Yeah.
makers when it comes to kitchen led products or cooking products. In terms of marketing strategy, one is that we are very focused on reaching out to the female consumer, because we believe they are the decision makers. We just discussed about quick commerce and e-commerce getting on the trend, so we invest a lot on these platform advertising. So we invest a lot on Amazon or a Blinkit or a Zepto. So those platform advertising trends is big for us. Digital overall is a huge play for us. We have seen that transition from a linear television to maybe a connected television or OTT. Uh, I can say that maybe almost 90% of our advertising budget or media budget goes into digital. So while we might still be perceived as a edible oil, cooking oil brand, which is more traditional, but even 50% or maybe almost 70% of business still comes from offline channel. However, while it comes to marketing, 90% of my media budget goes to a digital platform, because the awareness of the discovery is happening online. Then it's up to the consumer that they can buy through e-commerce or through their next door kirana store. So I think that rising digital as a platform, because people are spending more time there, we are reaching out to the more people through the digital intervention. One campaign that you asked, that I would say we recently did a campaign called Ek Choti Shuruaat. The idea is that, and this is one of the biggest myths we are trying to debunk, is that usually when people think of health, they say that, okay, now let's say I'm crossed a certain age, I want to get fitter, I want to get healthy. People think that it's very complicated thing, and they say, okay, now I have to start join the gym.
Gym.
So first thing that comes to their mind is the gym. What we're trying to tell them is that your health journey does not start from gym, but it starts from your kitchen.
Eating, yes.
Even if you don't change your healthy lifestyle, if you don't change what you're putting into your body, no amount of going to the
Nothing would
gym
change,
or
yes.
running or whatever,
Yes.
multiple things that do would not help. So I think that that journey of taking that first step is actually much less complicated than we believe. That if I'm not going to the gym, people believe that if I'm not going
Yeah.
to the gym, I'm not doing anything healthy.
True.
But that idea is that you can take those small basic steps, which start from the kitchen.
Kitchen,
It could start
yes.
from maybe reducing the sugar, maybe using more healthy products in your kitchen. It could be taking small steps, using stairs a little more often, taking more work breaks, taking more walk-in talk kind of things. Now, these are very, very small, small intervention, which actually has a huge compounding effect
Yes.
if you think in a longer term. But that's not usually people think about it. So
Yes,
we've
only
called
the
this campaign "Ek Choti Shuruaat," where we are asking these people to make those small steps towards your
steps.
healthier yourself, and instead of changing or moving the mountains around.
That is, I'm coming to my next question. Nowadays, we see, as you said, consumers are getting very health conscious, especially after COVID, the pandemic. So, how is the brand making, adapting to the change, attracting consumers to the brand in this?
See, to be honest, we play largely in the olive oil space. That's the
That's a
brand
healthier
portfolio.
option.
We have been talking or evangelizing about the healthy cooking oil or healthy eating for almost 10 years when the brand was started. However, because olive oil still is not a very known category, we still prefer to cook our brands from the same sarso ka tel, or maybe it's a coconut oil in south, or maybe it's gingerly, or it's maybe peanut oil in west, because we have our own food habits. So
That's
that
true.
inertia is difficult to break. So we have been talking about healthy eating for the long time. It's just that people have certain, you need that outward intervention, which maybe happened through COVID for a lot of people. And then they realize that, okay, now maybe I need to start eating healthy, or I need to change my efforts and make that conscious efforts toward that. So I think we've already been doing that. Whatever the COVID or whatever other interventions has happened, it has only helped us to reiterate our what we've been trying to do for many years now. So that way we see a lot of positive
Nowadays, it
impact on
is.
our brand, on our maybe consumers. They are now more happy to engage with us. We have seen a double-digit growth in terms of our top line of the revenue, if we talk about, because now people have realized that maybe that's where you start your health journey.
Yeah, true. So, what will be the forthcoming products in your portfolio? As I was reading that Modi Natural is trying to enhance its snacks segment.
Yeah, so we have set out an aspiration or ambition to get into multiple other product categories. Most recent, I would say, so we have just launched a soup.
Okay.
So we have a food brand under Olive. So Olive is our flagship brand. We have another brand by the name of Olive Kitchen, which is our good for you food products.
Okay.
Under Olive Kitchen, we launch good for you products which you can use in your daily life. So we already have pasta, which is a 100% durum wheat pasta. We're launching multigrain pasta. That's the product
Okay.
which we would hopefully next month we'll have on the shelf. We just introduced soup. Now again, these are healthy soup. It comes with a prebiotic and probiotic.
Oh,
So it's
that's
good for your
nice.
gut health, because largely soup is considered that it's lighter on your stomach. So if you enrich it with good bacteria, it's an additional value add.
Yes,
So whatever
that's
these
true.
products we are launching under Olive Kitchen has a certain plus one to it. Be it if I'm talking about pasta, we're launching multigrain pasta. So it's not just a maida
Yeah,
or
maida
maybe just
thing.
a simple wheat. You have goodness of 4 different grains. So these are two products which are launching this month. I mean, soup is already we have launched, but multigrain pasta would be
That
out in
would be
the
great.
next month.
That would be great for us.
Yeah, thanks.
This is quite. You just said that. How's the brand looking towards the rural markets? Because rural India, like rural market is in India quite a thing. So, do you find any challenges in this segment?
So to be honest, rural is right now not the market for us.
Okay.
We still believe there is a lot of
Olive
work
oil.
to be done even in those top 25, 30 cities we operate in. And we fundamentally believe that we are not a product for rural market, because
Rural
we play in a
markets.
slightly premium category. Even metros, the penetration of olive oil is still very less. So I think we still have more unfinished business in metro cities to educate consumer and bring that adoption of olive oil. because it's not just a brand building for us, but it's a category creation for us. We have to evangelize. We have to talk about the positives of olive oil. So rural is not the focus for
Rural,
us at
massively,
the moment.
they have a healthy lifestyle. They
Yeah.
don't need to.